Hello and welcome to Fearless DIY Music. My name is Tristan Lass, and today we are going to be exploring the pedal that we built in the pedal build series. If you have not watched the series, you should if you are interested by the end of this video in how to make one of these pedals right here. I built this pedal on camera over the course of 4 videos, and now it is time to kind of check it out. And at the top of this, I need to discuss a few things about what happened between the end of the last video and now. So, at the end of the last video, it was passing signal and the bypass was working. Overall, everything in the circuit was perfect except for one resistor. The resistor that went from lug 2 to 3, the 100 ohm, was defective. After replacing that resistor, the pedal worked perfectly. Over the course, though, of working on the pedal and kind of tweaking it over the past little while, past couple weeks, I decided I removed the push-pull pot, which was a bypass for the passive treble bass circuit, which is indicated by the yellow knobs on this pedal. And I just decided that it didn't need to be there. And I guess I should also, for anybody who did not watch the series, which may be a lot of you, this is an Electra-based distortion pedal, and it's more of a mild overdrive and boost pedal due to the fact that I used a MOSFET rather than a standard silicon transistor, and I used LED clipping instead of standard diode clipping. If you were to put a silicon transistor into this pedal, replacing the MOSFET, and then put in some clipping diodes instead of LEDs, you would have a straight up distortion pedal. But this is more of a mild overdrive and also kind of a boost pedal as well, with a very robust passive treble bass EQ circuit. This little switch here can switch the pedal from hard to soft clipping, which is my next point about the pedal build series and this pedal in general. The soft clip and the hard clip don't give a whole heck of a lot of discernible difference. If I were to do the pedal again, I probably would omit this and just go ahead and go with the soft clip as my default if I was going to be using the MOSFET and the LEDs. If I was going to use a silicon transistor and standard clipping diodes, I would do a hard clip to get a little bit more dirt out of it. We will flip this switch in the course of the demo coming up, but you're not going to hear a whole lot. I can hear it in the room, and it's more of a feeling thing. In the soft clip mode, it is more tube-like, and then in the hard clip mode, you get more into, it's just a little bit grittier. But I don't know how well the camera is going and the microphone's going to pick all of that up. At the end of the last pedal build video, I also said I was going to be shooting this out against other Electra circuits that I've built. And I decided instead to just go ahead and put it up against the Boss SD1 just to really give an idea of what you can do on your own building a pedal from scratch. That's the entire point of demoing this pedal, is to show if you do follow the diagrams and schematics that are provided on my website, which will be linked in the video description, you will find the schematics and the parts list to be able to build one of these on your own. And then as a reference, you can watch the pedal build series videos, parts A, B, C, and D, or 1, 2, 3, and 4, depending on how you want to number them. And you can have this pedal yourself, made by yourself, and I think it's really rewarding. I'm just going to look at my notes here. And yeah, I covered everything I think that I needed to clarify things from the build series, and just to give information about this pedal in general, now that we're sitting here. Let's go ahead and take a listen to my clean signal. I guess real quick before we demo the pedal and compare it a little bit to the SD1, I am playing through an Acoustic Control Core 117 combo amp. It's a 12-inch speaker. It is a clean, solid-state platform, manufactured in 1977. Anybody who is a regular on the channel knows that it is my primary amp out here in the shop for demoing things, because it's super clean and it doesn't really give any character whatsoever. The pedals really tell the whole story through this particular amp. I am using my catalpa wood parts caster because it has a humbucker and a single just ready to go on a 3-way switch. I will not be messing with any of the Nashville stuff or coil splitting for this demonstration. Quite simply, the bridge humbucker and the neck single coil. All right, let's get a little sample of my clean tone. And that's on the neck. Let's go to the bridge. And that's just a little bit of the good old bridge there. All right, so let's engage our pedal. Right now, I have the volume, overall output volume, at noon. I have the gain all the way up, and I have the passive treble bass is not engaged whatsoever. So this is what the pedal sounds like at full gain on half volume. And that's on our neck pickup. Let's go ahead and go down to the bridge, the humbucker. All right, and so that's a little taste of the humbucker. Let's go ahead and mess around a little bit with the settings. I'm just going to be pounding on like an E and an A chord just to kind of go through some of the tonal variety that the pedal provides. So right now, like I said, we're still at noon. We're still at full gain. The hard and the soft clipping. Over to soft clipping. Back over to hard clipping. So we're going to keep it on, actually, yeah, I'm going to keep it on soft clipping for this demonstration, for the rest of the demonstration. So let's go ahead and hit up that treble control. This is a treble cut. So basically, we're just cutting out some of those high frequencies. And then, let's go ahead and bring the treble back in. And this is the bass cut. And let's cut it all the way. You can really hear how that, cutting that bass out of there gives you a really nice crispiness. That's super cool. And let's go ahead and explore the full range of that treble pot again. That's with it all the way off. And let's go ahead and roll the bass cut all the way out. And then with all the overhead we have on this pedal, we can crank the volume. We have all the treble and all the bass cut fully engaged, and let's see what that sounds like. So, you can get a lot of different sounds just by playing around with the EQ circuit and the volume control. Let's take a look at gain now. So now it's acting more as a clean boost. I've backed the gain down to around 9 o'clock, and I boosted my volume up to around 1 o'clock, and we'll just listen to that again. And we are on the humbucker. Let's go to single coil. And let's turn it off and see what the amp sounds like at this point. Re-engage. And what that's doing at this point is kind of a more better pedal. It's just basically, you know, you've got your EQ controls if you want to go ahead and engage those and mess around and kind of tweak your tone. And then you can also just continue to boost your volume to drive the amp without using the saturation from the gain control from the electro circuit within this pedal. Let's go ahead and put our gain back up and move back to our noon position. I'm going to leave all the tone controls, none of the tone controls are engaged at the moment. Go back to our original setting that we had. Humbucker. All right, now let's go over to the Boss SD1, which I have set to, I spent some time and I'm kind of dialed in a similar tone. We are at noon on the gain on the SD1. We are at noon on tone and at about 9 o'clock on level. So let's see what it sounds like. That's our neck. That was the neck on the SD1, the single coil. Let's go to my pedal, to the electro pedal, and let's go ahead and do the same thing, still on the single coil. And you can tell that the electro pedal is a lot more open. It's less saturated, and it has that like tube-like clarity. Dare I say, transparency. There's not much circuitry in the way of the signal. This circuit, if you go through the build series or go to my website and look at the schematic, only has 2 capacitors, 3 resistors, and a MOSFET or whatever transistor of your choice that you put into the circuit. And then the clipping section, which is just either 2 diodes or 2 LEDs, or you know, whatever you want to use to clip. You can even twist transistors together and use those as clippers as well. So there's not much in the way of the tone. Let's go to our humbucker now and listen to the SD1. Notice we're getting more into like, you know, a medium overdrive kind of tone there. And let's see what our pedal sounds like with the humbucker in comparison. All right, and let's try some single note stuff on the SD1, on the humbucker. Neck pickup. And that's all SD1. Let's go back to the Electra. So that's just a brief tour of what this pedal can do. Like I said, it lives in that light overdrive to being a clean boost kind of territory. And if that is not to your liking for this particular pedal, if you decide to build it, like I said, all you have to do is change a few key components, i.e. your transistor set or your clipping set. All you have to do is just interchange those, and you can even socket those areas within the circuit so that you can mix and match and just experiment without even having to get your soldering gun out to do that. So anyway, I just wanted to, you know, show off the pedal that I built on camera. It was quite a hair-raising experience to actually build the pedal in real time. And as I said, if you are watching this video right now and just heard the demo, the pedal build series may be of interest to you if you're interested in this pedal and how I made it. It's going to be it is approximately 2+ hours of me just making the pedal. And it was super fun, and I hope that people go to the website, which is linked in the description, to go check out the schematic and the parts list so that maybe you want to build one of these for yourself. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you have watched to this point, a like and a subscribe is greatly appreciated. I would also like to see comments and shares as well. I mean, if you're enjoying the content, why not subscribe? It doesn't hurt you and it's free. You just hit that button and there you go. And it helps the channel grow. All right. You take care and we'll see you next time with more content.